What's up, guys? Okay, as promised, here comes the Somerset build for the Bow Gank. Sorry it's late. I had a lot of things to do, life getting in the way. Not much has changed, but enough to matter. So let's get into it. For your gear, like I said, I still haven't switched my main hand weapon damage enchantment. You want a poison on this. You can just throw poisons on though, so I really don't worry about that. Throw a damage poison on. Beldreth Mask, there it is. The only update to the gear set. Now you can run two one-piece Malakina and the Beldreth. Of course, both divines, both medium. Same Jack of the Twice-Born Star. Okay, so Twice-Born Star still all divines, all medium for the crit. Weapon, weapon, weapon. Other than that, let's go to skills. Back bar, you're gonna run forward momentum, retreat maneuver still, accelerate, which is the replacement for the mage light, and shadowy disguise, concealed weapon, and barrier. Switch barrier out once you get undo from the Stygic order line. Undo's much better. It's basically like another shade. So you teleport to it. So 4 seconds is a long time. Jump off a cliff, forget about it. It's great. Get your resources back. You'll be using a lot more than barrier for sure. It's great. It helps to sustain on this build even if you're not getting attacked. Definitely use it for just repositioning and getting your resources. Now accelerate. Major expedition for 3 seconds. Now this is unbuffed. Now I've already looked at both buffs. You're gonna want to get the sprint morph. The channeled one, I believe, takes you out of stealth, but even if it doesn't take you out of stealth, it's just too long. You want to be able to do your rotation fast when you see your targets, considering this cost is higher than Mage Light. So you want to save your magicka for those cloaks, right? So you're going to go for the sprint no matter what. You don't even really need it, to be honest, because you're not going to use it defensively unless the sprint lasts longer than 12 seconds, which I doubt. So retreat maneuvers still gives you that major expedition. It's great for mounted speed to get into position, of course, but the benefit is this lasts 32 seconds and it's stamina. This lasts 3 seconds, which is not so good. So you could definitely line of sight people to still use your retreat maneuver before you try to gank someone. But this is great for offensive. It doesn't break stealth. So you can definitely use this to catch the people. You don't really have to spam it. 3 seconds is enough time to get in range of those forces. The biggest thing about this is the critical damage. That 10%. Wow. Huge. Like, we thought we were getting nerfed from the Mage Light. I'm a little pissed off, but, you know, that Mage Guild grind, but whatever. Accelerate. 10% on every single attack on the rotation instead of just 20% on the first attack. That's huge, so that's why you hit a little harder in this build. Other than that, I think it should be nerfed. It should definitely be nerfed down to like 4 or 5 seconds. 12 seconds is way too long to have that critical damage. On your main bar, everything stays the same. I tried to use meditate, but it's just not worth using meditate on here. I've tried it on a different couple accounts and tried it on the PTS even. It's just not valuable. Like, you don't need the sustain from it. Like I said, your sustain's improving with the undo, and I actually forgot to touch base last video on a major sustain skill, which is in the two-handed. I don't know why I'm going all the way down. It is your battle rush. So everybody forgets about this. Kill your target. It doesn't have to be with the two-handed weapons skill, it just has to be while you have it equipped. So basically with your rotation, you're going to do your 2 snipes, you're going to do a light attack into a poison injection, and then you're going to swap bars after the poison injection and instantly start cloaking. That's the rotation anyways. That's what people should be used to with these types of builds anyways. But by doing that, you're passively getting this passive, and you should be almost at your max stamina pool almost at all times, as long as you get your kill, and you have about a 1 second window even if they die. I find so as long as you swap back, you should still get your battle rush. It's great. Sorry I didn't touch up on that last video. I completely forgot. Everything stays the same. I'm Wood Elf for that resource and the stealthy for that 10% damage. Done while in stealth, so your first attack. You could be a Khajiit. You'll suffer when you're going up against multiple people, trying to get your resources back a bit. Still can be done, but I like that 21% stamina recovery. It helps quite a bit. And then max stamina is kind of the same. You don't get max stamina, I don't think, that much. So, also, I forgot to touch base, gain immunity to the poison and disease status effect, which is huge. That's really great if you somehow get caught with a poison injection or anything of the other. Other than that, we're actually in Cyrodiil this time. So, when I show you my buff stats, it's going to be in PvP. So, looking at the first bar, we're at 4,288 weapon damage. That's really high. Got 49.4% weapon crit. After the first attack, you'll get your passive from your Nightblade ability, and you'll go to 52%. Stamina recovery is 1,017, and magical recovery is 714. With continuous attack, you actually go up to 1,400 stamina recovery. With battle rush as well. So, like, just to give you an idea, 1,400 stamina recovery is pretty high. I'll probably put an extra little vid in with continuous attack up, just to show you guys. Everything stays the same here. Lover, warrior. With this build, you have roughly over 8k penetration, maybe 8.5k. People like to say things like, "Oh, you're over penetrating," but look at this. This is a medium build, and we have 11,000, right? Over penetration is only an issue when people are using debuffs, like if you're marking your target and whatnot. This build is gung-ho, straight, one rotation, kill somebody before they even buff anything. You don't need debuffs like that. That's why you need to have the high penetration. Just keep getting people to say, "Oh, too much penetration," but you need it. You definitely need it, and that's why Spriggans is great. I did do a little bit of testing again with Marksman. You can replace your Spriggans for Marksman, and you still use Twice More Star because Twice More Star is OP. But you could definitely switch out to Spriggans for Marksman. But you won't hit as hard on certain targets depending on their builds. But the biggest difference you'll find with the Marksman set is your sustain goes up a lot higher. It becomes a much more mobile build than what it already is. I think it's perfect as is, but if you're struggling with resources, you could definitely try the Marksman Twice 4-star. So let's go into, just so everybody sees this as well, might as well go into stealth, but 4,365 on the back bar. You lose that weapon crit, but this is just, this is why I run Nirnhoned on my back bar as well. Like I said, I don't plan on getting attacked. I don't really get hit out of stealth, and when I do, I'll be using Undo or Barrier as of right now. And then I just use Machine Maneuver and run away. Very easy to do, line of sight, never have any issues. But this helps immensely when you do the little rotation to get your battle rush. If they're still alive, the poison injection tick will take them out. Those are only for really tanky targets, or if I try to go for someone that just got a shield up, just as I hit them with the rotation. But yeah, you might see a couple videos of those in effect. Now for the champion tree, most of it stays the same. I thought it'd be a little different, but here you go. Nothing. 75 in Arcanist, 75 in Mooncalf, 71 into Foul. I took it down a little bit. and 29 in this shade. You can take away the befoul and put it in tumbling. I don't tumble that much. I just stealth. I don't really get hit that much, so tumble, like most people only use dodge roll when they are rooted, but you have that covered with your rally, or not rally, sorry, forward momentum. I don't tumble much, and you're all in medium anyways, so I like the befoul just for group play mostly, or if I choose to attack someone that has a hot up like a vigor or a regeneration or anything of that. It definitely helps take them out, because that little bit that they could heal could push them over the 50% before your light attack poison injection hits. And reduce sneak by 17%. That's great. You're going to be in stealth a lot with this build. Nothing in this tree. 81 in Master Arms still. Only 11 into Physical Weapon Expert. This is the best possible scenario for the rotation. 81 into Precise Strikes, and 75 into Mighty, 2 into Thaumatage for the poison injection. I did think that I would reduce these by 1% each to gain off that light attack damage, but it's just not high enough with what they came out with after the PTS. 81 in Ironclad still, 37, 32, 44. Like I said, you don't need Unchained, that's for sustaining. You're going to be 56 into Quick Recovery, and that's it. Still using Long Fin and Pasty. That's the best max resource, or anything along the same as those gourmet dishes. But yes, that's what I use. Enjoy the build, guys. Enjoy the hate mail, and hopefully you get use of your Accelerate before it gets nerfed, because I can't see it being up. And I can't see them not nerfing this within the next couple of weeks. At least like in a month, I'm sure it'll be nerfed. So here it is. Yeah, 4,568. And on the back bar, you are at 4,672.
You send shivers on my spine. 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 Shivers